As the deadline for a potential TikTok ban in the United States looms closer, the stakes have never been higher for the popular video sharing app, which boasts around 170 million American users. With a January 19 deadline approaching, speculation has intensified regarding who might step in to save TikTok from being banned by the U.S. government. The latest name to emerge in this conversation is none other than Elon Musk, the billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. The urgency arises from legislation signed by President Joe Biden, which mandates that ByteDance, TikTok's Beijing-based parent company, must sell its U.S. operations or face a ban. This move stems from national security concerns over user data potentially being shared with the Chinese government and the possibility of content manipulation. As the Supreme Court hears ByteDance's legal challenge against the ban, a ruling in favor of the government seems increasingly likely. In this context, discussions have reportedly surfaced among Chinese officials regarding Musk's involvement in TikTok's U.S. operations as a means to avert the impending ban. According to sources from the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg, these conversations suggest that Musk could either invest in or take control of TikTok's U.S. assets. Dan Ives, managing director at Wedbush Securities, noted that Musk's strong relationship with Chinese President Xi Jinping makes this a plausible route for ByteDance as they navigate the legal landscape surrounding the ban. Musk's potential involvement raises eyebrows, particularly given his existing portfolio, which includes X, formerly Twitter. His political affiliations, notably his close ties with Donald Trump, could further complicate the situation. Trump has already indicated a desire to save TikTok and is contemplating a political resolution to the issue, suggesting that Musk may be viewed favorably in this light. While Musk is the latest prominent figure to be linked with a possible TikTok acquisition, he is not alone. Other candidates have also been floated, including Frank McCourt, the former owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who has made a formal offer to acquire TikTok's U.S. assets alongside investor Kevin O'Leary. YouTube star, MrBeast Jimmy Donaldson has also jokingly expressed interest in purchasing the platform, although the seriousness of his intentions remains unclear. Moreover, Bobby Kotick, the former CEO of Activision, and Walmart CEO Doug McMillon have previously been associated with potential bids to acquire TikTok. Microsoft has also expressed interest in the past, considering a bid to expand its social media footprint. The implications of TikTok's fate extend beyond the app itself, as the situation encapsulates broader U.S.-China relations, particularly in the context of ongoing tariff negotiations. Ives emphasized that resolving the TikTok dilemma is crucial not only to its users, but also in the larger geopolitical landscape. As the clock ticks down to the deadline, the tech world watches with bated breath. The involvement of high-profile figures like Musk could reshape the narrative entirely, but the ultimate decision rests with the courts and the negotiations between ByteDance and U.S. authorities. The outcome could set significant precedents for how foreign-owned tech companies operate in the U.S. and the intricate balance of power between digital platforms and government regulation. The coming days will undoubtedly reveal whether TikTok can evade a ban and what the future holds for one of the most influential apps of our time, in a surprising move that intertwines nostalgia with modern governance. President-elect Donald Trump has introduced the Department of Government Efficiency, affectionately dubbed DOGE. Named after the iconic Shiba Inu meme and closely associated with the popular cryptocurrency championed by Elon Musk, this new initiative aims to streamline federal spending. However, the project has quickly drawn scrutiny for its potential to become yet another bureaucratic endeavor rather than a transformative policy-making body. The announcement made by Trump heralds a collaboration with tech mogul Elon Musk and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, who will lead this initiative to identify substantial cuts within the federal budget, which totals approximately $6.5 trillion annually. Musk has boldly claimed that he could identify $2 trillion in cuts, raising eyebrows among lawmakers who contend that responsibility for budgetary decisions lies squarely with Congress. Representative Thomas Massey, Republican, Kentucky, succinctly articulated this sentiment, stating, "I thought that's what Congress was supposed to do," emphasizing the constitutional role of Congress in managing federal finances. Despite the ambitious ambitions surrounding DOGE, experts have noted that the initiative resembles a traditional blue ribbon commission rather than a formal government department. These commissions often serve to generate discussions and recommendations without binding authority, a fact not lost on critics. Trump himself previously voiced skepticism about such committees, suggesting they often devolve into mere talk shops devoid of actionable outcomes. "We can't just keep setting up blue ribbon committees," he lamented during his previous presidency. The skepticism surrounding DOGE is compounded by the current political landscape. Sources within Trump's camp have hinted at a desire to empower the commission to enact spending cuts without congressional approval, a move that could provoke significant backlash from lawmakers who guard their budgetary powers fiercely. Representative Mike Lawler, Republican, New York, cautioned that while recommendations could be made, ultimate control over the budget remains with Congress. Lawler stressed that the initiative, while potentially valuable, must respect the legislative process. The historical context of this initiative cannot be overlooked. DOGE echoes a commission established by former President Barack Obama in 2010, which sought to address fiscal sustainability amid rising budget deficits. However, that commission faced significant challenges and ultimately did not produce a consensus on its recommendations. Trump's current approach, particularly with his insistence on not cutting Social Security and Medicare, limits the scope of potential savings and raises questions about the viability of DOGE's objectives. As discussions unfold, Ramaswamy has suggested that the government could eliminate funding for programs that receive appropriations despite expired authorizations, a proposal that he claims could save hundreds of billions. Yet the practical implications of such cuts remain contentious, especially when considering politically sensitive areas like veteran benefits, which have historically enjoyed bipartisan support. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Democrat, Florida, has already voiced her opposition to any cuts that would harm veterans, indicating a likely battleground over the DOGE recommendations. Coinciding with the national conversation, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds has announced the establishment of a state-level DOGE, further indicating a trend towards efficiency-focused governance at various levels. Reynolds, who has successfully implemented measures that saved taxpayers over $217 million in the past year and a half, aims to extend this efficiency drive to local government. Her initiative reflects a growing sentiment among state leaders to embrace efficiency as a means of addressing budgetary concerns and improving public services. The dialogue surrounding DOGE signifies more than just a new administrative body. It represents a philosophical shift in how government efficiency is perceived and pursued in the current political climate. As Trump, Musk, and Ramaswamy embark on this ambitious venture, the outcomes of their efforts will likely reverberate through Congress and beyond, shaping the future of federal budget management. Whether DOGE will emerge as a genuine force for efficiency or become mired in the familiar swamp of bureaucratic inertia remains to be seen, but the stakes are undoubtedly high as the nation grapples with fiscal responsibility in an increasingly complex economic landscape. A significant shift within the electric vehicle EV market. Tesla has begun offering discounts on its much-anticipated Cybertruck, reflecting a growing challenge in the increasingly crowded EV landscape. Initially launched with high expectations and over 1 million reservations, the Cybertruck's pricing and production issues have led to a re-evaluation of its market position, prompting Tesla to incentivize buyers with discounts of up to $2,600 on demo models and $1,600 on new vehicles from its inventory. Despite its unconventional design and promise as a game-changer in the pickup segment, the Cybertruck has faced hurdles since its debut. Launched in late 2023, it quickly became apparent that its high starting price, around $80,000, which is significantly above the initial promised cost of $40,000, coupled with production slowdowns at Tesla's Austin, Texas factory were impacting sales. In 2024, the Cybertruck sold approximately 39,000 units in the U.S., a number that, while making it the top-selling electric pickup, fell short of expectations set by both the company and industry analysts. Carl Brauer, an executive analyst at IC Cars, described the situation succinctly. "I think the Cybertruck can be officially considered a flop now. This was going to be Tesla's F-150. The discrepancies between initial projections and current sales figures have raised eyebrows, especially considering that the model was expected to solidify Tesla's dominance in the electric pickup sector. As competition heats up with offerings from Ford and Rivian, Tesla's market share is being threatened." In 2024, the electric Ford F-150 Lightning sold 33,510 units, trailing the Cybertruck, but demonstrating the rising challenge from traditional automakers. Tesla's recent moves come amidst a broader context of declining sales across the company's lineup. The automaker reported a slight year-over-year drop in global sales, with only 1.79 million vehicles sold in 2024, compared to 1.81 million the previous year. This downturn comes even as overall EV demand surged to a record 1.3 million sales in the U.S., highlighting the intensifying competition from new entrants in the market. Analysts noted that Tesla's flagship models, the Model Y and Model 3, also experienced sales declines, suggesting that the company is struggling to maintain its lead even in segments where it once thrived. Adding to the challenges, Tesla's reputation has been marred by a series of recalls, with the Cybertruck itself undergoing quality issues that have further complicated its rollout. Following its sixth recall in a year, to address defective drive inverters, concerns about production reliability have escalated. In a recent communication to customers in California, CEO Elon Musk acknowledged the delays in Cybertruck deliveries, attributing some of the truck's usage to providing internet connectivity to areas affected by wildfires. "Apologies to those expecting Cybertruck deliveries in California over the next few days," Musk said in a post on social media. This move has sparked discussion about the vehicle's utility beyond traditional parameters, as it is also being used as a mobile base station to support Starlink internet terminals in areas lacking connectivity. As Tesla navigates these turbulent waters, the Cybertruck's future remains uncertain. The current discounts signal a shift in strategy, possibly aimed at boosting sales and restoring confidence among consumers. However, analysts warn that this may not be enough to counterbalance the growing competition from established automakers releasing compelling alternatives that appeal to a wider audience. Looking ahead, the electric vehicle market is poised for further evolution, and Tesla will need to adapt quickly to retain its market leadership. As the landscape continues to shift, the company's ability to innovate and respond to consumer demands will be critical in determining whether the Cybertruck can reclaim its status as a flagship model or fade into the background of a rapidly diversifying market. SpaceX is set to launch its seventh test flight of the Starship rocket, a pivotal moment in the company's mission to create a fully reusable spacecraft capable of transporting humans to the Moon and eventually Mars. As anticipation builds for the launch scheduled for Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time from Starbase in Texas, the stakes have never been higher for Elon Musk's ambitious vision. The Starship rocket system stands as the largest ever constructed, reaching a towering height of 403 feet, which is nearly 100 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty. It features the most powerful rocket booster to date, the Super Heavy, equipped with 33 of SpaceX's Raptor engines that can produce a staggering 16 million pounds of thrust at full throttle. This test flight will mark a significant step forward for SpaceX, which has already demonstrated the ability to launch and recover parts of the rocket in previous test flights, albeit with varying degrees of success. The sixth test flight, which took place in November 2024, showcased a successful suborbital trajectory and re-entry maneuver, but ended dramatically when the vehicle exploded after landing. This time, the seventh flight incorporates significant design upgrades to the propulsion system, heat shield, and control systems. Among these changes, the rocket has been elongated to accommodate larger tanks that increase propellant capacity by 25%. Additionally, the flaps at the top of the Starship have been resized and repositioned to mitigate damage from extreme re-entry temperatures. One of the key objectives of this test is to deploy 10 dummy satellites that mimic the size and shape of SpaceX's next-generation Starlink satellites, which are integral to the company's plans for global internet coverage. This will not only be a test of the deployment mechanism, but also a critical step towards achieving operational capabilities for future missions. The Starship will also attempt to reignite one of its engines while in space, a necessary function for executing maneuvers to maintain orbit and return safely to Earth. SpaceX has faced hurdles in its quest for rapid advancements, including regulatory delays and technical challenges. The Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) issued a launch license for this flight in December, allowing the company to progress towards its goal of increased test frequency throughout 2025, contingent on regulatory approval. Notably, the Super Heavy booster will again be caught by the launch tower, a maneuver that has proven successful in the past, but was thwarted during the last flight due to sensor damage. The implications of these developments extend beyond SpaceX's immediate goals. The Starship is set to play a crucial role in NASA's Artemis III mission, which aims to land astronauts on the Moon by 2027. Additionally, Jared Isaacman, a billionaire and experienced space traveler, was slated to participate in the first crewed flight of Starship, although his recent appointment as NASA administrator may alter those plans. As SpaceX continues to refine the Starship, the company remains on the cusp of a transformative year. Musk's vision of a multiplanetary existence hinges on the success of these tests, which will lay the groundwork for human exploration of Mars and beyond. With each launch, SpaceX not only inches closer to its ambitious objectives, but also reshapes humanity's understanding of space travel. As the countdown to the seventh test flight begins, the world watches closely, eager to see what new milestones will be achieved in the realm of aerospace innovation, INA development that has reignited debates surrounding regulatory enforcement and political motivations. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has filed a civil complaint against Elon Musk. The complaint alleges that Musk failed to timely disclose his beneficial ownership of Twitter shares, a violation of the Exchange Act. This legal action, which seeks significant financial penalties including disgorgement, raises questions not only about Musk's compliance, but also about the timing and motivations behind the SEC's enforcement actions. The SEC's complaint, filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, claims Musk did not file the required reports within the specified timeframe, submitting a Schedule 13G on April 4, 2022, and a Schedule 13D a day later, despite being due by March 24, 2022. The agency estimates that Musk underpaid by at least $150 million for his Twitter stock purchases. However, the timing of the SEC's actions, nearly 3 years after the alleged infraction, has led to speculation regarding its intentions. Critics have pointed out that the timing may be politically motivated, particularly given that the investigation began during the Trump administration and is concluding just as Trump is set to take office again on January 20, 2025. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler has announced plans to resign on the same day, leading to concerns that the agency aimed to secure the filing before a potential shift in its leadership. Legal experts suggest that the lengthy interval between the alleged infraction and the complaint raises questions about the SEC's priorities and whether Musk has been targeted due to his outspoken criticism of the agency. He has previously referred to it as the Short Seller Enrichment Commission. The SEC's scrutiny of Musk is not new. It has investigated him multiple times since 2018, most notably after he tweeted about taking Tesla private, which led to a settlement over securities fraud charges. The current investigation appears to be a continuation of this pattern, with the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance probing Musk's filings closely. The agency's enforcement division intervened in the investigation, suggesting a concerted effort to ensure that the same individuals overseeing Musk's prior compliance issues were also involved in this case. Meanwhile, the implications of the SEC's actions extend beyond Musk himself. Investors in cryptocurrencies, particularly Dogecoin, a digital currency Musk has publicly supported, are reportedly concerned about how this legal situation might affect the market, with some analysts predicting that Dogecoin could reach $1 by the end of 2025. The volatility surrounding Musk's legal troubles could influence investor sentiment and market dynamics. In a separate but related development, Musk has also sparked political controversy in the UK. His recent tweets criticizing British Prime Minister Keir Starmer's handling of historical child grooming cases have led to renewed government inquiries into these allegations, underscoring Musk's far-reaching influence beyond the tech sector. Starmer defended his record against Musk's accusations, asserting that the focus should remain on the victims rather than personal attacks. As Musk continues to navigate these challenges, the broader implications of the SEC's complaint and its potential fallout suggest a complex intersection of technology politics and regulatory oversight. Observers will be keenly watching how these events unfold and whether they herald a new chapter in SEC enforcement strategies, particularly against high-profile figures like Musk, who often find themselves at the center of public and legal scrutiny. The coming months will likely reveal whether these actions lead to significant changes in how the SEC approaches similar cases, and how the tech industry responds to heightened regulatory pressures. In a groundbreaking development that could redefine the lives of individuals with paralysis, Neuralink, the brain interface company co-founded by Elon Musk, is making significant strides towards its ambitious goals for 2025. The company has begun to expand its clinical trials, offering hope to many who seek greater autonomy and control over their digital worlds. This progress was epitomized by the recent livestream of Noland Arbaugh, a young man paralyzed from the waist down, who showcased his ability to navigate a computer using a brain implant known as the N1. This device, installed last year, allowed him to interact with technology in a way that had previously seemed unattainable, giving him a glimpse of what Musk has termed digital freedom. Despite these advancements, it's important to temper expectations. As remarkable as Arbaugh's livestream was, it highlighted that Neuralink is still in the experimental phase, working out the kinks of its technology. For instance, during his broadcast, Arbaugh encountered issues with the retraction of some electrode threads, which temporarily hampered his control over the device. This experience underscores the challenges that remain in perfecting brain-computer interfaces (BCIs) as Neuralink continues its small-scale studies to evaluate and refine its systems. Looking ahead, Neuralink's plans for 2025 involve a gradual increase in the number of human patients receiving implants. Elon Musk has expressed aspirations for hundreds of individuals to be implanted within a few years, although the actual pace of these trials has been more measured. As of now, only 3 individuals have received the Neuralink implant, with plans for approximately 20 to 30 patients in 2025. The company is also expanding its trials internationally, which could accelerate the pace of its research and development. Improving user control remains a critical area of focus. Arbaugh's ability to control a computer mouse has reportedly achieved a rate of over 9 bits per second. A notable achievement, yet still short of the median performance of able-bodied users. This discrepancy highlights the need for ongoing refinement of the software that interprets brain signals, with Neuralink aiming to reduce the time required for users to recalibrate their devices. Bliss Chapman, who leads the BCI software team, shared the vision of enhancing user experience to feel like driving a high-performance vehicle rather than a standard car, emphasizing the importance of seamless interaction. Moreover, Neuralink is not only developing its brain implants, but also upgrading its surgical robot R1, which is pivotal for the implantation process. With Musk's predictions of millions needing implants in the future, automating the surgical process becomes essential, as the current number of neurosurgeons could never meet that demand. In parallel with these developments, Neuralink is exploring the potential for its implants to control external devices, including assistive robotic arms. While the specifics of such devices remain under wraps, the implications for enhancing the quality of life for individuals with disabilities are profound. Arbaugh's livestream illustrated the daily challenges faced by those with mobility issues, further emphasizing the urgency of advancing such technology. One notable aspect of Neuralink's ambitions involves its recent FDA designation for a vision restoration device called Blind Sight, which aims to provide limited sight to blind individuals by stimulating their visual cortex. Though this marks a significant milestone, the timeline for commencing clinical trials remains uncertain, with the company still navigating regulatory requirements. As Neuralink forges ahead amidst scrutiny from the public and regulators alike, it remains a front-runner in what is becoming an increasingly competitive field of brain-computer interface technology. Companies such as Synchron and Paradromics are also making strides, indicating a burgeoning market that could transform how humans interact with machines and each other. As we move through 2025, the potential for Neuralink's technology to revolutionize medical treatments and enhance everyday life for those with disabilities is palpable. The coming year will be crucial in determining not only the pace of its clinical trials and device development, but also how it navigates the complexities of regulatory scrutiny and public perception. As Musk and his team push the boundaries of what is possible, the world watches, keenly eager to see if these futuristic aspirations can translate into tangible benefits for humanity.